The big news is TJ Watt. We are losing our damn minds, people. My goodness. First, let me introduce who's on. Hollywood Lowman, LeeAnn, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
This is so cool that we get this. I think it's better that we get to see each other.
I think it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. And from what Steelers Wire, and now heavy on Steelers, Allison Koehler. How are you?
Hello, good. How are you?
I'm losing my mind that TJ Watt hasn't signed. How can we function as a society? TJ Watt has not signed the contract. Guys, it's not that big of a deal. He's gonna play. He's gonna play. He's gonna play this
contract. That's what I don't understand. Everybody's acting like he's not even he's under contract already. It's an extension.
Yeah, he's gonna play this year. If they do not work out a deal, they can franchise tag him.
Yeah.
If they don't work out a deal, then they can franchise tag him again.
Oh, yeah. That makes me nervous because of the whole Le'Veon Bell thing.
Yeah.
There's a thing. But Le'Veon Bell was an idiot. He was an absolute idiot. He threw away tens of millions of dollars in a year out of his career because he was just dumb. I don't think TJ Watt is that dumb.
And has never really recovered from that. I mean, wasn't the same guy when he hit the field again.
That's because Mike Tomlin ran him into the ground.
Thank you. Boom. But and by the way, I hope he signs with the Ravens. Please, Le'Veon Bell, go to the Ravens. Oh, he did.
He did. They signed him to their practice squad.
Good.
Yep. Yeah, go there. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
You're right.
Fun.
He did not.
You and Alejandro Villanueva, you guys have fun.
Oh, that's gonna be another one. That's gonna be another fun one to play against.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna hear every article is gonna be the Le'Veon Bell revenge game. It's revenge.
Yeah, they find that stuff for everything anyhow, and it's a business. I mean, players move on; they can't all stay in the city forever. I love the idea, like conceptually, I love the idea of keeping your players and keeping them, but you have to keep who you can keep, and it can't be everybody. People need to relax.
Yeah, I mean, if the Steelers do go that route, I mean, from what I understand, I guess the issue is that they're kind of stuck in their ways, and when they do big contracts, they say, okay, the first year is guaranteed, and the next year, good luck with that. And now people want guaranteed money all the time. If they do the franchise tag thing, they're going to have guaranteed money for 3 years. So if you're going to do that, why not just have guaranteed money for the first 3 years anyway?
Yeah. I don't see what the difference is. I always feel like there's so many things that, like, as fans, we just don't know and aren't privy to. So I really haven't been freaking out about the whole TJ Watt thing on Twitter, like a lot of Steelers fans, because there's just nothing. I don't know. To me, there's just nothing to freak out about. It's going to be whatever it's going to be. But there is no faster way to make the fans dislike you than remotely do anything that looks like holding out on your contract. All of a sudden, they're back to Heinz Ward, and what was that, 2005 or 6 or whatever that was, and their feelings are still hurt over that. It's very personal.
LeeAnn, something's wrong with your audio. It's like echoing.
Is it echoing? Huh.
Yeah.
Let me see. Maybe if I do my headphones, it'll be better.
But yeah, it is interesting because everybody loved TJ Watt, and then this day happened, and everybody hates him. Not everybody, but it just seems like the roles have reversed. And what he was once a beloved player, and now he's hated. Even though everybody knows it's the same thing anytime somebody goes through a contract. It's a business, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, you do have to look at Pittsburgh and say, you know what, maybe it's time to change a couple things. The TJ Watt is a generational player. They rarely, have a player of his stature, you know what I mean, who has such an impact on the game, and to be in this situation is
it's difficult. Just weird. It's one thing to pay a quarterback big money, but to pay a non-quarterback big money, I mean, I don't know how much they're talking about. 25, 26, $30 million a year. That's a lot for a non-quarterback. So yeah, the salary cap's going up and stuff, but still, it's a lot of money. And it's funny that the fans always take the side of management. But it's never they never side with the player whenever there's a contract dispute with a player. It's always let's go. It's always I root for the Steelers, and by the way, that there's this player. LeeAnn, you okay now?
Yeah, I was trying to set up my headphones. Of course, I don't have it.
I don't know what happened. You were fine, and then it's like a echo thing going on.
We started talking about Le'Veon Bell, and it was like, oh,
Le'Veon Bell messed up your audio.
Right? Yeah,
probably said Ravens, and then everything went to hell.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like Candyman. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then they're like, well, is he going to play? Is he going to play against the Bills? Yeah, he's going to play. I don't know if he won't play, maybe, not every snap, but that's okay. They got Melvin Ingram. They'll figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah. Tomlin seemed to sort of scoff off, one of the reporters had asked about Melvin Ingram, and Tomlin was like, oh, come on, it's Melvin Ingram, and you think back, and I think a lot of people thought that the reason why the Steelers signed Melvin Ingram was because of Alex Highsmith. Like maybe Alex Highsmith wasn't performing to expectations this offseason. But now that you think about it, and it's like, wait a minute here, he was signed possibly because, TJ Watt's going to be playing less.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think it was just a depth move. I think it's like, hey, we need a quality backup, and Quincy Roche ain't it,
right?
Or whoever the heck else they had at backup outside linebacker. It's like if anything happened to Alex Smith or TJ, we're absolutely screwed, and we cannot have that. Yeah. So I mean, and then I think that was a huge get to get Melvin Ingram. So we'll see. But I mean, I hate to say this, but I don't think it matters. I don't think they have a much of a chance of beating the Bills. What do you guys think?
No, I definitely don't. Tomlin referred to Buffalo Bills Stadium, whatever they call it, as a hostile environment, and I think what's going to be most interesting is that this is their first regular season game in front of fans in however many years or whatever. So that I think that's going to be maybe the most interesting takeaway to the game is how playing in front of a live crowd again is going to affect the visiting team.
Yeah. What do you think, LeeAnn?
I agree, and I was really been thinking a lot that I don't know. I know that this upsets people and this makes them angry, but I don't think it's the end of the world if we lose this game. I mean, it's week one. There was years and years that went by where I felt like we historically always lost our first game of the season, and to me, I kind of feel like I hate to say it because I want so badly to win it. Do you know what I mean? I think it doesn't matter. I just don't think it's the end of the world. I think if it was a different team, we would be acting differently about
it. Yeah, I think it's just a perfect storm of not good things with the Steelers.
And I think the Bills are really, really good.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
they're really good.
They had a chance to go all the way and win it all, and I'm not wishing that would happen. I would love it for it to be us, but if you're going to lose to somebody, let's lose to a team as good as the Bills, and then get our act together for the rest of the season.
A lot of people are picking them to go to the Super Bowl. You're talking, and if not, they're saying basically like they're one of the top 4 teams in the NFL, one of the top 2 teams in the AFC. I mean, this is like the best of the best right now, and they're at full strength, and they're going to be in a stadium full of people for the first time in over a year. It's just a perfect.
And there's always so many factors, we're talking before week 1 even happens, so that's a long way to go till February. But does everybody stay healthy? Do does it stay this perfect storm of alignment where things are going so well in Buffalo? But I also think that we have a chance to catch Buffalo a little off guard. I think if they come in looking for the Steelers of last year, that's not who they're going to get. I think Ben is looking really good. He's lean, he's trim, he's like this, Ben 2.0. I think Najee Harris is going to come in. I think it's going to be a real, that's something that they haven't dealt with before. So I think we have a chance if our O-line can shore up to really have a shot at winning that game. Yeah. Catching them a little off guard.
Yeah. I think the offensive line are the key words to what you had to say there, because there's so much depends on them gelling and having a great game. Najee Harris, his performance, obviously he's good enough to where he can make things happen on his own, but if the offensive line doesn't help, if the offensive line falls apart and doesn't help him out, there's it's gonna be a really long,
doesn't really matter how well you can run then.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it is funny that it's the Steelers with the ones with the element of surprise, because we're the ones with the new offense, we're the ones with the new running back, and they haven't really shown anything in preseason or training camp as what they're actually going to do. So, and I mean, look at the last time they played. They played last year. It was close in the first half. Ben threw that pick six, which was bad, and then in the second half they forgot that Stephon Diggs was a thing, and they just let him run wherever he wanted, and they kept scoring touchdowns. So they if they could remember that Stephon Diggs is a player, then I think maybe they'll have a chance. But
that loss was solely on the shoulders of Juju Smith-Schuster and his logo dancing while the Bills were practicing.
Okay, so was that the start of the logo dance craze?
I don't know if it was I think it was. I don't know if it was the start or not.
I don't think it was the first time. I think it was the first time that it got a whole bunch of attention. I thought he'd been doing it all along.
Exactly.
He had been doing it for most of the season. But on a quieter level. But the Bills really
The Bills made a big deal about it. They were the first ones to make a big deal about it.
Losses, people got salty, and you're immediately looking for something. We're a superstitious bunch around here, so I don't know. I thought the whole thing was absurd. I mean, I played a lot of competitive sports. We talked a lot of trash, and I've never had a team that's been like, "Well, I wasn't going to play hard, but now you dance on my logo, and so I'm going to show."
Now we will try. Now we will try.
Now we're coming for you.
So silly. Yeah, exactly. It's just a big giant excuse, but
so
we'll see. And like you said before, LeeAnn, their history is in week one is not great.
Not good.
It's so hard. It's so hard when, especially with this offensive line, you don't know what you have. You gotta, you don't know what you got till it happens, and then after week one you can make adjustments and things like that, but you don't know how it's going to be. So
and the thing about the Bills is they're the new Patriots to the Steelers. They're going to be the thorn in our side, in the Steelers side for until freaking Josh Allen retires. Because something about the formula where the Steelers always have to play the Bills because of they're good, essentially. Right. So it's gonna be.
I will never be as scared of any team as I was of the Patriots. But then again, they cheated.
They did cheat.
I mean, I love Josh Allen. He is amazing. He's a gamer, and he's just getting better. And it's a great situation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they've got it all lined up really perfectly for them, and they have a real shot.
Just remember, Bills and Browns and all these hot teams at the moment. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to stay on top. So good luck with that. Wait till now. Josh Allen signed a big contract. and they're going to have to pay him franchise quarterback money, so they don't have him on a rookie deal anymore. So a lot of their salary cap will be on their quarterback. It's going to happen with the Browns, so it's going to happen with the Ravens. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see if you could stay.
It happens to everybody, and I always tell people I would rather be a Steelers fan, not really like you have a choice, but I would rather be a Steelers fan than be a fan of a team that has like a flash in the pan decade, even like, with Tom Brady or something like that. But then you lose that one thing and then everything falls apart for you. Do you know what I mean? Until for who knows how long. Do you know what I mean? There's so many teams like that did well. Look at like the Dallas Cowboys. For years and years, they were a force to be reckoned with fairly consistently. But now they're predicting that the Washington football team is going to win the division again this year, and they won it last year. It was like a joke. It's like a joke.
They all sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, the system is designed for the good teams to become bad and the bad teams to become good. And teams like the Steelers and the Patriots that were good for a long time, and the Ravens, that's not supposed to happen. So we'll see.
The system was outsmarted.
Yeah. We hacked the system.
I think some of that has to do though with really strong ownership, and owners that in GMs that put GMs and coaches in place that help make those really good decisions, not some of the selfish decisions that get made in other cities where it's whatever the owner wants, which isn't necessarily what's best for the team. Washington
Cowboys.
Jeff.
Yeah, just yeah. What do we think about the like a Super Bowl matchup? AFC and NFC. What do you think?
Bills,
a good chance that they could make it back. Yeah, hate to say it.
Yep.
Who's that? Tampa?
Yeah. Apparently, Antonio Brown. Bruce Arians was saying today that Antonio Brown looks like the Antonio Brown of 4 or 5 seasons ago. So
before he got frozen,
right? Before he went crazy. Yeah.
Tampa is so scary good. I just have a feeling something's going to happen. It's just too good to be true. Yeah, something. But I mean, they have insane talents just in wide receivers. Evans, Goodwin, and Antonio Brown. That's amazing. So
I think what's much harder is the AFC. I think there's so many really strong teams in the AFC this year. I think Tennessee looks phenomenal. I think the Steelers have a real shot, depending on what we do. The Bills, Cleveland might be knocking on the door, which is hard to say. But I mean, I think there's so many good teams in the AFC. I feel like we've got a much harder uphill battle.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Ravens, because of all the injuries that they've already experienced and a lot of them season ending, it'll be interesting to see if they're still, because a couple months ago it was, the Browns, Steelers, Ravens look like they're, it's going to be another trifecta again. But now it's going to be interesting to see if the Ravens can still pull it off or not. But
that's a good point.
I have a bad feeling about the Ravens. I think they're in for a not great season. Even before these injuries to the running backs.
They're super thin at wide receiver. I can't remember.
Who cares?
Exactly right. Who cares? Except
they don't pass it. So what?
So and Jackson can't throw anyway. So I mean, why do you need wide receivers if the quarterback can't throw?
Right.
Yeah,
they have him a running back, so in his dual position.
Yeah, and I mean, people talk about the Browns like they're this unstoppable force. I mean, they do look good on paper.
There's a big question mark, though. I think
it's a huge question mark. I mean, they're untested. It's easy to say you have all of these great things. It's like, but to me, it's like when you look at like the Pro Bowl or something, and you put all these great players together, it doesn't mean that they play cohesively or it works well. And there's just so many variables, and they just have I don't know, they don't have that history of winning, and to me, they struggle with that. And their fans are out of control. They won one game, and they're out of control.
So obnoxious.
Yeah, the Hottie coach, Kevin Stefanski, was quoted last week or a couple weeks ago saying that Baker Mayfield has improved on some things.
Yeah.
Some things, like I'm sure he maybe just misspoke, but still it's like, man, like it doesn't really sound like a big vote of confidence in your quarterback.
But coming from like a Mike Tomlin who's so careful about like every word he chooses and the way he says things and is very mindful, that makes you kind of go,
Right, yeah.
I think Josh Allen is really good. I think Lamar Jackson's really good. Baker Mayfield, he's a little bit above a game manager, and that's it. And that's why I want the Browns to spend franchise quarterback money on Baker Mayfield. For give him a 10-year contract for $500 million. Give him all the money. He's not worth it. Yeah, all guaranteed. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. He's okay. He's just okay.
I think the Browns, yeah, and I think the Browns see that too, or else they would have signed him. Nothing like what Joey's talking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
They would have signed him
I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. That's
right.
That's a little, and they haven't even talked about that. The team I keep hearing about, the hot team is the Rams for making the Super Bowl.
I have them on my list.
Yeah, Stafford.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, Stafford. That's the big question: is can he be he was on a lousy team for so many years. Can he step it up? That's a huge question.
I think no, but maybe.
LeeAnn, I think no, but maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
You never know.
Positive, but no. No. And I really thought that the Colts were going to have a chance to come back and do something until they made that ridiculous deal for Carson Wentz, and now I feel like they just should stay home and not play this year. Don't risk injury, just stay home.
I'm surprised that, because it didn't seem like it was all that long ago that there was like, woe is me in Indianapolis, where he wasn't going to be back for the first month of the season at least.
Right.
And now
he's dancing around like nothing happened.
He's dancing on logos.
You better be careful with that. It'll ruin their season for sure. It's like a voodoo doll for the other team.
It's like that movie Footloose. No dancing in the town. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers are considered, who knows what, I mean, they could do something, they're not even sure who the quarterback is. So that's going to be interesting. Arizona can step up. Yeah, the Titans are going to be really interesting.
I think the Titans are going to be really good.
Wow. I mean,
Derrick Henry is so good. He's so good.
Derrick Henry is so good, and now you can't just stack the box to stop Derrick Henry, because you got Julio Jones and Brown.
Yeah, he can run to it, and is a good quarterback. He knows how to manage the situation. He can read the field. He's not the greatest quarterback ever, but he's a really strong quarterback with that supporting cast.
He's solid.
He's solid.
He's really good. Yeah. Yeah. And the Patriots are such a wild card. My goodness. They could be awesome. They could be, who knows what's going to happen with Mac Jones. I mean, he's a rookie, but I have this feeling he's Tom Brady 2.0. I have a feeling like Belichick is like the emperor, and he's the emperor in Star Wars, and he's building another Sith Lord or something like that. So
he is like the quarterback whisperer. And I think, if there was a team that I felt like could take Mac and really condition him and turn him into like a really good, strong NFL quarterback, I thought he would have done well with the Steelers under Ben for a year or so and learn that system. I think he would have done really well. But if not there, then I think the Patriots, I think Belichick they'll build them up the right way and not just roll them to the wolves like other teams would do and let them flounder. They do it right. That's why they have success.
He ended up in the best possible situation for him and the Patriots. Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off is they didn't even have to trade up to get him. He just fell to them. Like,
fell in their lap.
Shame on you, NFL. Dang it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should have all pooled together to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Washington's going to be really interesting. I mean, they have a crazy good defense, and we'll see. We'll see about Fitzpatrick. See what's happening.
You got this crazy situation in Houston with Deshaun Watson, and now he's just not even going to play, and we don't know if he's going to have like charges brought against him formally. I mean, it's a crazy situation.
What a mess.
Yeah.
What a horrible mess.
Somebody said to me the other day, well, they should have just given him the trade when he wanted it. I said, I don't think anybody wanted to take the risk of taking him. I mean, I hate to say it, and you're innocent until you're proven guilty, but that's a big risk to take a player when you have all this stuff looming, all these accusations. You don't know what's going to happen.
From what I understand, if Houston was going to trade him, they would have traded him as they would assumed he's like at his peak. So they would have traded him for whatever he is, if you take away all the legal problems, he's like the best young quarterback in the NFL. So they're going to trade him like that.
Yeah.
But you can't do that. So now,
now you got this great quarterback and he's just going to sit in the bench for a year. Or whatever happens.
Crazy situation. Crazy situation. I'll tell you another thing now that we're talking about lousy teams. Jacksonville is going to suck, and Urban Meyer is not an NFL coach, and he's a joke, and he will be gone either in a year or before the year is over.
It rarely works well to bring those college guys in. It just doesn't. I mean, even look at Nick Saban and all the incredible success he's had in college football. He didn't have that same level of success in the NFL. It's a different kind of development.
Completely different game.
Mindset. It's a completely different animal. Yeah, totally.
And then they just gave the Steelers Schoberts. They traded away Gardner Minshew, which was really stupid. What if Lawrence gets hurt? Right. Quarterbacks get hurt, dummy. Now you have no backup.
What if he breaks a nail, or
or some of his beautiful hair gets messed up or something like that? He has to go.
Pulls on it too hard,
We already talked about how sweaty you get in Florida, so that could be an issue.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's just silly that it's like, well, he's not one of my guys, so I'm going to get rid of him. It's like, hey, dummy, you still need some players.
Yeah.
Dallas is I think going to be interesting, depending on how healthy Dak Prescott is. But I mean, before he got hurt last year, their offense was crazy good. Their defense was horrible, but their offense was crazy good. So we'll see what happens with Dallas.
You hate to see a kid ever go out with an injury like that. I mean, it's just awful to see like what happened to Dak happen to anybody.
He's a real good kid too. He's a real good guy.
He's been so humble and so gracious. So you hope that this recovery for him is full and that he comes back close to 100% as he possibly can, but that's not always the case.
Yeah. The Dolphins are a real wild card too. Tua, well, it's okay. Put up or shut up, buddy. So there's no safety net there anymore. So let's see if you could actually do something. Well, I think the jury's still out on him. I don't know if he's actually the guy. We'll see.
We were talking about this the other day, that this is like his year, that he has to shine, or he's going to be one of those like lurking in the background quarterbacks that never really advances, and they'll look to replace him. He's got to step up this year and show that maturity and show the type of player he can be, or like you said, put up or shut up.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, when you get a franchise quarterback and you draft high for him, if you miss on that, your franchise is screwed for a good amount of time. It takes a long time to recover from that. The Vikings, I think I don't have any faith in them, and neither the Broncos. I think the Broncos are a quarterback away from being a really good team, but I don't have any faith in them.
They always kind of lurk in the background and have the potential to do something, but not yet.
Yeah, if I predict Aaron Rodgers will end up in Denver next year, but
he's not coming to Pittsburgh, Joey. What the hell? Man, you're
he might.
here.
he might come to Pittsburgh. That would actually make a lot of sense. I would be
all to send them all to Pittsburgh.
Right? Yeah, we'll take your.
I tell you what.
And it's confused with Washington.
Hey, compared to Green Bay, Pittsburgh is like Miami. Pittsburgh is like some, large metropolis compared to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So hey, come on down, bro. Seahawks. I mean, they have Russell Wilson. They'll always be, okay. But then who knows about the rest of the team? The Saints. But boy, the Saints, are going to be going from one of the best to, I don't think they're going to be any good this year.
That's the thing. So you think about it, and it sort of makes you wonder if that's a glimpse into Pittsburgh's future. After Ben Roethlisberger leaves, Juju's going to be gone. I mean, sure, we'll still have Claypool, who, Mike Thomas, and he's out injured. But I'm just saying, like, comparing sort of the players that are going to be left once Ben retires, I think everybody's going to be like, see ya. And
we'll see. That's a really good question.
It's always a scary rebuilding period.
Have we learned this preseason that the long-term next franchise quarterback of the Steelers is not on this team right now? Because I don't think, Mason could kind of do it. And Haskins needs work. Haskins is not there yet. So who's
I was bummed. I was looking forward to, I had a little bit, there was a part of me, and a lot of Steelers fans did, who wanted Haskins to come out there, slinging and running and, just steal the job from Mason Rudolph. And that just didn't happen. And I think a lot of people are all like,
so how much faith do you guys put in this notion that there's some franchise tie to Mason Rudolph that they there's, I don't know what it is, but people talk about this a lot, that they feel like the organization loves Mason, that they're actively working to keep him. But I don't feel like the organization worked to keep somebody who they didn't believe was the best player for the job.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Well, it kind of seems like the Steelers are going all in for this year. They're basically saying, okay, this is Ben's last year. Let's just try to win it this year. They've traded almost every single draft pick for a future draft pick for players this year. So they're all in. So we'll see, but
I
don't know. I
just don't want the stress. I don't want the stress of 11-0 again.
I don't think we'll have to worry about that this year.
I know, but still, it's like that was just too much. You know what I mean? It seemed like Pittsburgh went all in last year. You know what I mean? So that's sort of what made me, when you said all in, it sort of made me, think back to last year, and it was like, oh
yeah.
God, I did that.
LeeAnn, you mentioned before that Ben he's spry and he's healthier and stuff like that. But that first of all, there's that, he does look good right now.
Yeah,
he has there's that damn extra game, which really ticks me off. But that's the big question: is can he do this going into December? It seems like the entire team just tires out at the end of every year. And I love Tomlin, but he needs to do something about that, because it's something that happens every year. And then by the time you make it, if you even make it to the playoffs, you're just
like
crap.
Over the finish line.
Yeah. The other team, the other hot trendy team is the Chargers. I'll believe it when I see it. Herbert's good, but we'll see about the rest of the team.
I think some of that media hype just surrounds new players, some of those exciting players surrounds them, and it just is what it is, and I'll believe it when I see it.
People love the, because there's so much turnover in teams. A lot of teams that were in the playoffs will not make the playoffs this year, and a lot of teams, there'll be new teams in the playoffs, so they try to pick things like the Chargers and stuff like that, and try to be
something new to say. But
the thing is, like the there's like 15 or 16 teams that could actually go far, and it's all depends on injuries. One key injury to any team and they're done.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Dallas. They're a perfect example. I mean, they were on track to possibly really have something there, and then Dak gets injured, and it's that's devastating.
So what's the what is your prediction on a record for the Steelers? And do they make the playoffs?
I do see them still winning the division.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I sort of see them as like a 12. I see them as a 12, 13 win team.
Wow. Okay.
I'm kind of with Allison. I think we're going to lose a couple. I hope we lose one. If we're going to lose a couple, lose one early in the season, because I think it helps to like calm everything down a little bit. But I'm with Allison on that, and I still think we have a really good shot at winning the division. Mm-hmm. I definitely think we'll make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like a 3-way, really close race for the division. I think the Browns will be good, and the Ravens will still be pretty good. So, yeah, maybe
it's one of those seasons where every game counts. You just can't have, especially in the division, just throwaway games. You gotta go in and really perform at your best to be able to seal it.
Yeah. I'm thinking 10 wins, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'm just happy it's actually here.
I am.
Goodness.
I'm so happy fans can go to games again. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It is pretty shocking where summer went, though. It's like, as much as I miss football, watching it, I mean, obviously I don't miss it because it's year round now, but as much as I miss watching actual regular season action, it's just like, man, what happened this summer? How is it September already? Jeez,
so fast.
Especially August. August went by like that.
Mm-hmm. It was 31 days in August. What the heck?
Yeah. But now it's everything is going to be about football. Mm-hmm. It's, we already had the Tuesday Tomlin press conference.
Yeah.
Then we'll have, Wednesday, and then Thursday is going to be an actual game. Mm-hmm. And college football's back. So there's your Saturday. Yeah. And then Sunday oh my God, I'm so excited. Yeah. There needs to be like another league or something like that, XFL or something like that. Yeah. There's not enough football. I'm tired. We can't go 6 months without football again. I don't like that.
No, that was a long time. I do a lot of high school football too, so I go to high school games and things like that too. In my local, wherever I'm living at the time. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like good high school football teams you have around here?
Terrible. Where I live is terrible.
Oh yeah,
terrible. And where I moved from in Pennsylvania was terrible. But it's just fun to go. I just like to go. I love the atmosphere.
It's a nice atmosphere.
Kids running all around. It's fun.
My daughter was in the high school band, so
you went to all of them then.
Went to all the games, and it was like, do you remember that old electronic football thing? Game where you had the it was like the metal pieces, the players were metal pieces, and you ran to the That's basically what the high school football games were like. It was just masses of humans running into each other. There really wasn't any structure or anything like that. It was like
nothing cohesive.
No, it was just people running into each other. It was like it was not good. Bad football is not fun, but
how about the fake game on ESPN? How great was that story?
Jeez.
What's that?
The fake game on ESPN. Was it Bishop's?
Oh my God!
It was the greatest thing I've ever heard. I love that story.
Man, kudos to anybody that fooled an entire network.
Yeah.
You created a fake thing and got.
You listen to it, the announcer. I don't even think this is a real school. Like in real time as the game's going on. We're like, something is not adding up. Like, you think?
Bad. It was, yeah. Like they asked to talk to the players and like, no.
Players are like 28. It's crazy.
They just got out of jail.
Right, yeah.
That was pretty impressive. They pulled off like not only like getting through the system and getting it scheduled, but having an actual game is crazy.
Forget about 30 for 30. You make a movie about that. That's
somebody will.
Yeah.
Somebody will. That was fantastic.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks so much. So excited. So excited to talk to you. So excited to see you guys.
Yes,
this is awesome.
You too.
Yeah, so excited football's back. So all right. Thanks so much, guys.
Take care.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.